Most AI music demos show you the same thing. Type a prompt, get a song, everyone claps. But they never answer the questions that actually matter. Can people tell it's AI? Will listeners actually like it? Can you use it commercially without legal issues? And here's the big one. Can you actually make money from AI-generated music? Or is it just a novelty? Because if AI music can't pass the real-world test, if it can't connect with actual listeners and hold up in professional use, then it doesn't matter how fast it generates. So today I want to show Music Creator AI, an AI music generator that answers your questions. Not just whether AI can make music, but whether it can make music that works in the real world. Music people would actually choose to listen to. All right, let's jump into the Music Creator AI interface and see what we're actually working with here. When you first land on the dashboard, you'll notice it shares some familiar interface with platforms like Suno. You've got your central prompt field, where the magic starts, a toggle for switching between instrumental and vocal tracks, a custom lyrics option if you want to write your own words, and a library that keeps everything you've generated neatly organized in one place. Now, here's what makes this platform different. Look over to the left sidebar. This isn't just a type and hope generator. What you're seeing is essentially an entire music production environment built around the AI core. There's a vocal removal tool for extracting acapellas, a stem splitter that breaks tracks into individual instruments, voice model options to change the character of vocals, a MIDI editor for working with the musical data itself, mastering tools to polish your final mix, and BPM analyzers and adjusters. It's like they took a music generator and wrapped a mini DAW around it. The real question is whether these tools actually give you meaningful control or if they're just window dressing. For this first generation, I'm going for a smooth R&B vibe. I want something that feels polished, late night, and genuinely soulful. The kind of track you'd hear on a curated playlist or in a lounge setting. Something with real commercial potential, not just an AI experiment. So I'm typing this into the prompt field. Smooth R&B groove, silky male falsetto, deep sub bass, tight drum pocket, lush keys and strings, sensual but classy, late night mood, polished studio sound. What I'm trying to do here is be specific without overloading it. I'm telling it the genre, the energy level, the vocal character I want, the instrumental approach, and what I don't want, because sometimes what you exclude matters just as much. The instrumental toggle stays off since I want a full vocal performance, not just backing music. Now I click Generate and wait. It processes pretty quickly. We're talking seconds, not minutes. And now we've got our first result. As you can see, it generated two different versions of the same song. Let's hear what the AI came up with.
You pull up in that old Grady, hair tied back, but you still kill me. Laughing in the doorway, shoes half on, leaving little pieces of your day on my floor. You say you only got an hour, maybe need a place to lay the weight you're carrying. You fall into my arms like it's routine, like we press rewind on the same slow scene. After midnight, call me, you know where I'll be. Turn the lock so softly, let your worries slide off you and onto me. Touch me like you're tired, kiss me like you're free. After midnight, call me when you only wanna feel nothing. After midnight, call me when you only wanna feel nothing.
Right off the bat, the track sounds surprisingly solid. The vocal tone has that silky, smooth quality you'd expect from a real R&B performance. The sub bass sits deep and controlled in the low end, and the groove has a natural pocket to it. It's not perfect, but it's definitely in the ballpark of what I was aiming for. Now, next to the generated song, you'll see a button labeled Remix Edit, similar to what you'd find in Suno AI. Click on that and you get a few options: Cover, Extend, Vocal Remover, and Stem Splitting. These are the tools that let you go beyond just accepting what the AI gives you. Let's dive into the stem splitting feature. I'm going to click on AI Stem Splitter and let the AI do its thing. The system processes for a moment, analyzing the audio and breaking it down into its component parts. And there we go. The AI has separated the full track into 4 distinct categories: vocals, bass, drums, and other, which usually captures things like keys, strings, synths, and any additional instrumentation. Now, let's listen to each stem individually to see how clean the separation actually is.
You pull up in that old Grady, hair tied back, but you still kill me. Laughing in a doorway, shoes half on, leaving little pieces of your day on my...
There's no dedicated solo button here, so we'll work with the mute function instead, muting everything except the part we want to hear. The separation quality is honestly pretty impressive. The vocals are clean, the bass is isolated without too much bleed, the drums are tight, and the other category captures those lush keys and strings we asked for in the prompt. This is the kind of separation that actually gives you room to work. Now, this isn't a full DAW, so you won't be able to trim sections, slice up regions, or do surgical edits on individual instrument parts. But what you can do is control the balance. For example, I can slightly lower the drums to make them less prominent and bring the vocal forward in the mix so the performance feels more intimate and front and center. It's simple mixing, but it's effective. And here's the practical part. You can download all of these stems individually as MP3 files. That means if you want to take this into your own DAW later, rebuild the arrangement, or swap out elements, you've got the raw materials to do it. All right, let's keep the momentum going and generate a second track to see how versatile this tool really is across different genres. This time, I'm switching gears completely. I want something upbeat, energetic, and radio-friendly. So I'm pasting in this prompt: upbeat indie pop song, bright jangly guitars, confident female voice, driving but not aggressive drums, shimmering synth layers, optimistic energy, crisp modern production. I hit generate and let the AI interpret this new direction. Processing happens just as quickly as before, and now we've got our second result ready. Let's hear how it handled the shift from smooth R&B to bright indie pop.
Woke up to sunlight, coffee on the stove, shoes by the door. You text, you up yet? I'm already halfway out wanting more. I used to second guess every heartbeat, circle every doubt like a deadline. Now I'm running the front gate, laughing, letting every little fear fall behind. I got golden hour plans, running wild open hands, saying yes to everything I can. Yeah, I'm done playing small. If I stumble, I won't fall. I'll just dance it off and start again. Golden hour plans, golden hour plans, golden hour.
This is so good. Now, I will download it as an MP3 file. Now, let's talk about what happens when you want to actually change something in the song we just generated. This is the part where most AI music tools hit a wall. You get what you get, and that's it. But Music Creator AI includes a built-in MIDI editor, which opens up a whole new level of control. So, let's click into the MIDI editor and see what's possible. Now, here's where we run into an interesting challenge. While Music Creator AI gives us high-quality audio output, the generated song can only be downloaded as an MP3 or WAV file. There's no MIDI file that gets exported directly from the generation process. And if you're thinking, wait, how are we supposed to edit the music in a MIDI editor if there's no MIDI file? You're asking the right question. This is where the platform's audio to MIDI converter becomes essential. It's the bridge between what the AI generates and what you can actually manipulate at a deeper level. Here's how it works. I'm going to download our generated rack as a WAV file, then upload it into the audio to MIDI conversion tool. The system analyzes the audio, detects the musical elements, melodies, harmonies, rhythms, and converts all of that into a workable MIDI file. Once the conversion finishes, I can open that MIDI file directly inside the AI MIDI editor. And now we're in the piano roll view. What you're seeing here is the AI's interpretation of everything happening in the song. Vocals, instrumental melodies, harmonic layers, transitions, background textures, all mapped out across the timeline as MIDI notes. Essentially, this is the complete note arrangement of our song, rendered as if it were being played on a grand piano. Inside this editor, I have granular control. I can adjust the timing of any note by dragging it horizontally along the timeline. I can shift the pitch by moving notes up or down on the piano roll. Want to change a melody line? Move the notes. Want to tighten up the rhythm? Nudge things into place. Now, I will say, it's not always perfectly aligned. Sometimes the note detection isn't surgical, especially with complex polyphonic sections or overlapping vocal and instrumental parts. So if you're doing deeply professional studio-grade editing where every millisecond matters, you might find yourself wrestling with the grid a bit. It's functional, but it's not flawless. Below the piano roll, you've got control over song dynamics. There are sliders and parameters for adjusting velocity, pitch bend, volume, expression, and modulation. These let you fine-tune the performance characteristics, making notes softer or harder, adding vibrato or subtle pitch variations, shaping the emotional delivery of the performance. The MIDI editor also lets you draw in brand new notes anywhere you want. You can change instruments, select groups of notes and transpose them by octaves, or shift entire sections to different keys. If you have a MIDI keyboard, you can even connect it, record new parts live, and then quantize them afterward to tighten up the timing. And it doesn't stop there. You can rearrange the structure of the track, move verses, choruses, bridges around, and adjust the song's BPM to speed it up or slow it down. This makes Music Creator AI useful not just as a generation tool, but as an actual composition and arrangement platform. You're not just stuck with what the AI gives you, you can rebuild it from the inside out. So, here's what we've established. Music Creator AI lets you generate a full song from a text prompt, split that song into isolated stems, convert the audio into editable MIDI data, manipulate performances at the note level, and master the final result for release. That's a genuine end-to-end workflow, not just a one-click generator that spits out a demo and leaves you stuck. Does it replace creativity? No. Does it remove friction? Absolutely. It gives you a foundation to build on, tools to reshape what's generated, and flexibility to take things in your own direction. If you want. To test this for yourself, Music Creator AI offers a free trial, links in the description below. The best way to judge a tool like this is to actually use it in your own creative process and see where it helps and where it doesn't. So I'll leave you with this. Do you think AI music tools like this are actually ready for professional use? Or are they still just interesting toys? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into AI music and production tools, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.